Hey everybody, it's Mazzy616 here with another video for you today, and thank you guys so much for how well my Groll Stompy deck review did. You guys seem to like it. I don't know if you did, but it got a lot of views. So now we're doing Rakdos Vampires, which is personally one of my favorite standard challenge decks, not because it's an actual competitive deck, but I love vampires and they found a way to make it work. So Rakdos Vampires, this deck can get a bit batty. Call upon a bunch of vampires and blood tokens and sacrifice your permanents for extra damage. We have a battle ready 60 card deck, 15 card sideboard, and a deck box. Let's go ahead and bust it open and check it out. I hope you guys are doing well. I know it's a good Friday. I'm having a great Friday, I'm sure. Last Friday was fun. Not to lie, I actually had a lot of fun. And this Friday is looking to be just as much fun. So we have the normal stuff in it. This will be our sideboard. This is a nice little divider. Last time I didn't quite know what this was, but you can use it to divide your sideboard and your deck and your deck box it, since they have to have the same sleeves. I normally just have mine face each other. Alright, so what should we look at first? Let's go for the actual deck, just because I want to see what all they did. And there's a specific vampire dragon in here that's not vampiric dragon that I might pull out and use for my dragon deck just for S&Gs because it's a dragon. Alright, so we've got Voldaren Bloodcaster, not a big one. Henrique Dominathi is a big card in this. It's one of the top 3 or 4 most expensive cards in this deck, and it is just a gorgeous card. I mean, really look at that artwork. And it's one of the few artworks that's not super sensual, I guess would be the best way to put it. It's just a really well done artwork. So for the set of Crimson Vow, I blanked for a second. Olivia Voldaren is getting married, and that's why they're doing this. Blightstep Pathway is another one of the big cards in here. And flip over, use it for either a mountain or a swamp. The unfortunate part of that is that you do have to pretty much leave it there. We've got Voldaren Epicure, not a big one. Bloodtith Harvester is not bad. Notice how there's no white in this, and in the deck that I made, I put white in it because I wanted Sorin. Well, it turns out not a good way to go. You want to go red-black if you're doing the newest one. Bloodtith Harvester Showcase, absolutely gorgeous. We got a Mukotai Soul Ripper, which is a nice one. Most of the rares I'm going to pop up if there's any big uncommons or stuff like that. You might see the price go across. We got a Smelter at the beginning of combat. You may pay 1, sacrifice an artifact. So that's why these guys are in here, because you can sacrifice artifacts and put a 1/1 counter. You may pay 1, create a 3/1 red construct artifact creature token with haste. So that's pretty cool. What you have to do at the beginning of combat, you've got a Vampire Socialite from that looks like Midnight Hunt. These are standard legal decks that you can play. The only one that you might not be able to play if you do any modifications to is in fact the mono white aggro deck, which will be coming up next week, so that you guys can check it out. We've got a Florian Voldaren Scion. I had him in my deck, so that's a good thing. We got a Dominating Vampire. That's actually a pretty nice one. Immersion Predator, this is what I was looking for. So we have a Vampire Dragon. Whenever Immersion Predator becomes tapped, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard and put a +1/+1 counter on Immersion Predator. Sacrifice another creature. Immersion Predator gains indestructible until end of turn. Tap it. So you can destroy the card, gain indestructible, put a +1/+1 counter. I mean, he's a 4/4 for he's a 3/3 for 4, which makes him a bit expensive, but considering there's 4 of him in here, I'm guessing it has something to do with how the deck works altogether. I'll admit I'm not really sure. Destroy target creature, you lose 2 life. Hey, you know what, but it's a 2 mana removal as an additional cost. Sacrifice an artifact, deals 2 damage. It displays additional cost was paid. It deals 4 damage instead. And it's just 1. So I mean, with how many blood tokens you'll be getting, and the different types of servos, I think, or constructs, as additional cost, sacrifice a creature, draw 2 cards. You've got Voldaren Estate, which is not a very good one to be honest. I don't know why they put Voldaren Estate in here. You got Den of the Bugbear. This was a $10 card upon release for this set. I'm sure it's come down since then. You'll see the price pop up, but that's actually a pretty good one. Bloodfell Caves. Enters battlefield, you gain 1 life. It's a tap land. It's one of the slower ones, but you do gain the 1 life off of it. But I mean, they should have given you a full set of the slow lands like they did in the other 3. so I'm not really a big fan of that. We've got the beautiful swamp artwork. I absolutely love it, and we're going to hit Mountain here in just a second. And it's the Crimson Vow artwork at that. I like the Crimson Vow artwork just a little bit better than I like the, what's it called? The Midnight Hunt. They're both gorgeous. All right, let's go ahead and bust into this little sideboard and see what they've got here. Honestly, if you're like me and you love vampires and Crimson Vow is one of your favorite sets and you don't mind too much about struggling a bit in competitive standard, 100% pick this up. If you're looking for one of the competitive decks, definitely go Growl Stompy and Mono White Aggro. Check out the Professor's video that he did on it. I might link it below, but you guys probably saw it before you saw this video because it shows up first in the YouTube. And he'll tell you what cards that you need to add to make it actually meta competitive, which I thought was fantastic. Falcon Wrath Forebearer. So we've got one duress. Its target opponent reveals their hand. That Falcon Wrath Forebearer, though, can't block. It's a 3/1 for 3 flying. Whenever it deals damage to a player, create a blood token, sacrifice 2, return Falcon Wrath Forebearer from your graveyard to the battlefield. So it's got some recursion from the graveyard. In case you have somebody who's playing black or blue that likes to counter and do stuff like that. Another duress, reveal hand, non-creature, non-land card, that player discards it. So you can get rid of their removal spells, you can get rid of their artifacts, their mana rocks, especially if they have any. A Braid deals 3 damage to target creature, destroy target artifact. That's not too bad, especially if you're playing against some of the Neon Dynasty decks. They're very artifact intense. It doesn't specify creature, and they are artifact creatures, which then makes them susceptible to a Braid. You've got Callous Blood Mage. Enters battlefield, choose one, create a 1/1 black green pest creature token. With when this creature dies, you gain 1 life. You draw a card and you lose 1 life. And you exile target player's graveyard. If they're playing a recursion deck, you put a lot of things in the graveyard, play this, ends up bumping it out. The 1/1 black and green pest creature token dies, gain a life. You can do that with the Vampiric Dragon. I don't remember what the card was called, but the Vampire Dragon that you can do that will definitely work. You draw a card and you lose 1 life. 3 for a card draw and only 1 life. That still seems a bit expensive, but it's not horrible. Angie, Made of Dishonor. Create a blood token, sacrifice another creature. A blood token, each opponent loses 2 life. So it gives you some recursion. Some card draw blood tokens do it, but they didn't do them like they did treasure tokens. Destroy target creature, you lose 2 life. Infernal Grasp, we've talked about that. Alright, and you've got your Magic the Gathering, not arena code like it should be. And of course, you're going to be making a butt ton of blood tokens. You've got some dual-sided cards in the deck. So check out what's on the other side. You got that 1 pest. Pest tokens aren't too expensive. You've got a Goblin. You've got a Construct, and another Construct. At least they gave you different styles of Construct. Oh, because some of them were based. Okay. So all in all, definitely not a bad deck. Enrique Dominathi. Let's go through here. I'll show you what the main cards are. That Den of the Bugbear, definitely. Henrico was a big one, not that. And then, real quick, it was that. Oh, where is it? Here, these the Blightstep Pathways. Those are the big hitters. So definitely check out the deck if you like vampires. If not, if you're looking for a straight competitive deck, go Mono White Aggro or go do Growl Stompy. You can check out my Growl Stompy video on the channel. Guys, if you've watched this long, I'm assuming you like my rambling and my talking. I appreciate it so much. So if you could, please subscribe, like, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see next. And I hope you guys have a great day. As always, I'll see you next time.